Welcome to the fifth quarter. I'm Christian Hartnett. Starting off this week's highlights is Garden Grove and Bolsa Grande, two teams that are looking to stay relevant in the Garden Grove League playoff discussion. Bolsa's first-year head coach Simon Fuentes quarterbacked for the Argos in the early 90s, and a win for his Matadors tonight would be their first against Grove in well over a decade. The first quarter went scoreless, but in the second, Bolsa gets a lift when quarterback Jake Flores goes deep to Justin Nguyen, who accelerates to make the catch and burn the defender to the end zone. 7-0 Matadors. Garden Grove responds with a drive of their own. Here, quarterback Chris Martinez weaves through the middle to tie the game up at 7. The first half ended with some controversy. Martinez runs to the right and is brought down with the clock showing 0. But the referees ruled that Grove called a timeout with 1 second left. That sets up a long field goal for the Argos, and kicker Gabriel Carrillo kicks it high and straight to put Garden Grove up 10-7 going into the half. The Matador band withstood some light drizzle and cold weather to perform an impressive halftime show. The football team looked impressive as well to start the second half. The Argos botch a handoff and the Matadors come up with the loose ball. A long drive puts Bolsa within striking distance. Flores rolls to his right and connects with Justin Jamie in the end zone. Bolsa takes the lead back 14-10. Grove made sure that the lead wouldn't last long when Mark Umanzor takes the handoff and puts 6 more points on the board. 17-14 Argos. Later in the quarter, it's Umanzor again with the short run to cap another impressive Argo drive. 24-10 Garden Grove. Bolsa wouldn't score again until late in the fourth quarter. Elias Hernandez takes the handoff and breaks the tackle to score. But by that point, the Argos had already put 14 more points on the board. Final score at Bolsa Grande, Argos 38, Matadors 21. Argo coach Willie Puga spoke about the importance of gaining momentum come playoff time.
We want to be clicking at the right time, and I told these guys last year it was, we played in the finals. Beckman was a at-large team. They got in and got hot at the right time, and made it to the finals. So.
It's homecoming at Los Amigos High School, and the King and Queen nominees are coming onto the track in style. The Los Amigos Lobos are also riding in style, tied for first place in the Garden Grove League with Rancho Alamitos. The big showdown is next Thursday, but first, they have to get past the La Quinta Aztecs. First quarter, watch this reversed by the Lobos. Noe Perez winds up with the ball and streaks down the sideline. He goes all the way for the touchdown, and Los Amigos leads 7-0 with the extra point. Lobos fans are liking it. The Aztecs weren't just going to give up. The fake doesn't fool the defense on this play as La Quinta makes the stop. Second quarter, Los Amigos has the ball. The O-line opens a path for Leonard Zambrano, and he breaks free. He takes the ball into the end zone for another Lobos score, 14-0 with the extra point. The Aztecs are forced to give up possession, and Los Amigos wastes no time in capitalizing. Quarterback Daniel Hernandez scores with the keeper. The touchdown gives Lobos a commanding 21-0 lead. More bad luck for La Quinta on this punt. Anthony Magana receives the ball and finds a very big hole. He motors all the way into the end zone, and it looks like the Lobos are running away with it. Coach Carl Agnew gives him a hug for that one. The cheerleaders are going to wear themselves out with the one high kick per point. The Lobos are not done. Daniel Olaway reads a Dontran pass perfectly and picks it up. He takes it all the way home for another Los Amigos score. The Lobos are up 34-0 just before the end of the half. The game ends with a stunning 55-0 Los Amigos victory. And now to Kyla Javier with more highlights.
Thanks, Christian. It's a battle of the underdogs here tonight at Bradford Stadium, where the Pacifica Manners are playing the Valencia Tigers. Pacifica is coming off their first league victory from last week, and they have to win the next 2 games to be considered for the at-large berth into playoffs. Manners are on the road for the second to last week of league. With no score in the first quarter, the Tigers get on the board first with a 25-yard field goal by kicker Jesse Gonzalez. With seconds left before the half, the Manners get downfield and a 5-yard pass by quarterback Kyle Edwards to Ryan Trader completes the score to put the game at 7-3. In the third quarter, Pacifica gets on the board quick with a 12-yard Kyle Edwards pass to Nick Sato, who gets the touchdown. Score 14-3 Manners. The Tigers have the ball and get down to the Pacifica 7-yard line. Gabe Perez gets the snap and runs it for 12 yards for the touchdown. Valencia goes for a 2-point conversion but gets shut down by Manor Anthony Ocampo. Score 14-9. Still in the third, the Manners have the ball and a 17-yard connection between Kyle Edwards and Ryan Trader gets a touchdown, putting the score at 21-9. In the fourth quarter, Valencia's quarterback Matt Ruff fires a pass to Reed Victorres for a 12-yard touchdown. The Manners went on to win the game 21-16. Head coach MARCELO Giuliano is excited to get one step closer to the playoffs.
Every league win in this league is awesome, and this was no different. And we had two teams in the same situation in terms of, battling for one of the remaining playoff spots. So it's obviously two teams sold out to win the game, and you're always proud when your kids pull it out.
Kyle Edwards had 242 passing yards on the night and says his team is fired up.
Everyone playing with excitement, everyone's playing up, everyone's trusting each other, and everyone's playing really confident.
Now we check in with the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros and the Santiago Cavaliers. The Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros are the visitors at Garden Grove High School. The Santiago Cavaliers are the home team. With just over 9 minutes remaining in the first quarter, Rancho faces 4th and 5. Lincoln Failtoy finds Robert Torres on the far sideline and keeps the drive alive. A few plays later, Failtoy hands to the dependable Brett Hurley, and he slices his way into the end zone. The kick is missed, and it's 6-0 Rancho. Cheerleaders of all sizes keep the Santiago crowd in the game. In their next drive, Failtoy goes to the air again, pinpointing Michael Morales between two defenders. This time, Hugo Santana takes it in from 1 yard out, and the Vaqueros lead is 12-0. It hasn't helped Santiago that some of their better players are on the sidelines with injuries. The Cavalier defense looked good at times. Here they flush Failtoy out of the pocket and tackle him for no gain. And here backup quarterback Oscar Jasso fires a nice pass to Francisco Enriquez for a solid gain. But the polished Vaqueros are like a machine. Failtoy drills Torres in the end zone on a 4th and 9 play. Rancho now leads 31-0 in the second quarter. Santiago entertains at the half with Pirates fresh out of the Caribbean, cheerleaders shaking it up, and their very precise dance team. Rancho goes on to win the game 45-0 to set up a big game next week with the Los Amigos Lobos. Both teams are 4-0 in league. For Christian Hartnett, I'm Kyla Javier reporting for the 5th quarter.